And then I'm gonna go find the Doodle again. Another interesting thing when it comes to the Frag Smash tournaments this year is I'll once again be playing in the doubles. Last year, I ended up doing it with my little cousin, since I usually don't play in the tournaments that gosh dang it, that's the wrong button there. I usually don't play in the tournaments that I host, because even if I say I'm ineligible for prizing, I pass it down. I still feel kind of bad when it's like I'm the one organizing the tournament and I knock someone else out of bracket, so I try not to do that much. I try to typically not play. But last year I did it with my little cousin, since, you know, I figured he'd get a kick out of that. That would make his day, and it was fun to play with him and stuff. This year, he's playing with a friend of his that he's coming to Fragapalooza with. But I have my friend from Germany, Finn, that came along to Fragapalooza 2023 coming this year, and he doesn't play Smash, really. So, you know, we want to play together just purely because it's fun to, like, go into a 2v2 tournament and play together. We're probably not going to get very far, I don't think. But as long as we don't kill each other too much, I'm going to count that as a win. That's what's going to be the case. And it should make for a fun time, and that's what it's all about after all. So, we're going to try playing in the 2v2 tournament, and if we go up against opponents like my little cousin and his friend, we're probably going to get completely whooped. That's what'll probably happen. What? I went like right through him that time. Here we go, come on. So, we'll see what happens there. It's going to be an interesting time. Sure, keep on stealing there, I guess. Do this. Do my little setup thingamajig. Yeah, sometimes it does like 2.2k and sometimes it does like 700. I don't know what the difference is. Why it varies here sometimes. Oh yeah, I was talking about putting the other Bahamut on Tifa there. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, that's fine. I can just go ahead and use the summon this time. That's what I can do. It's not that much damage on me, after all. Yeah, I think if I were playing this as a kid, I would just give up on fighting this guy, because I would feel like I'm not making any progress. If I could sense and see a health bar and visibly see that I was making progress, then I would continue playing as a kid and be like, hey, I'm making progress, I'm doing it. But at this point, I would just be convinced that... I feel like I would think that the game requires me to do X amount of damage in X amount of time, and I'm not pulling it off. Like, if you don't do enough damage in enough time, then he runs away. Is the assumption that I would come to here and just assume that I'm failing. And I would probably give up. That would probably be the case. The animations are so cool. It would be cool if there was an option to skip them though, just because they're so long, and if you keep on using the same ones over and over again, you do end up seeing a whole lot of them. Blarg! Big Blarg! But yeah, so I think it works out kind of well with the whole trophy thing revolve, where it's like... Are you screwing off already? Wow. Where it's like the final tournament. Here's trophies for second and third. The second last tournament being the Mario Kart 1. Here's a trophy for first. And all that. Make it to the final round, you take home a prize no matter what. But win-win and you take home a trophy. Let's see here. Guess I'll just come in here. Save myself a tent, if I'm right here anyway. I've got to be getting close now, right? It felt like he left super soon that time. So if I had to guess, I would guess that he went to, like, the final position east of Cosmo Canyon, right? Because it felt like he dipped out early that time. Speaking of, maybe I'll actually get around to... Sure, let's go ahead and slap on Bahamut there. Is what we'll do. Make sure that we're topped up, because I presume this next one will be the final battle. There's the interact thing. It's 1:04 in the morning here. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be up. Probably not too much more. Get some rest. Again, I don't really know how much game is left. But I want to for sure save, like, doing the base for next time. Oh, I can do this, and then I can look into Vincent's backstory that I completely forgot about because I got distracted by this dude. And then, maybe I'll do that and then end the stream. Because again, I don't know if this stuff at the Northern Crater is just, like, gun it through to the end, or how exactly it works. Which, if I print the base and the custom text for the trophy next time, that would mean that I would have to, like, disassemble my tool head mid-stream and swap in the other thing, which I mean, it doesn't take that long, but yeah. Maybe I just do like the custom text thing off camera or something like that because of that. Because, yeah. Don't want to be too much of a boring content creator as I'm just tinkering around with my machine in the background rather than playing the game that I'm labeled as playing here. And all that. So where the heck? I guess I just go east of Cosmo Canyon because this has got to be the point. I have no idea what we're at in terms of damage. Wasn't really paying that much attention, but we were putting a lot of damage on. And you dipped out pretty early that time. Oh yeah, that's it. That is it. For sure. He's just chilling out there. So this has got to be the final battle. So save, like, right here. That's what we'll do. I'll be able to take you on. I'm just not going to take on the underwater emerald jerk because that is insanity. Hi, Fran. For real this time. Okay. Yoink, I guess. He starts out with Ultima Beam. Preemptive White Wind, then. Ow. Here, but he's not gonna hit me with a move like that again. Yeah, nothing to steal here. Okay. Not gonna hit me with a move like that again because I'm gonna have my guard up. Yeah! Yeah! So we can only have like 20,000 at most at this point. So I hit him with a bunch of big hits and we'll be pretty good. Will be the case. So let's see here. Big hit like this. You'll do a big hit here soon enough, Vincent, but I just need you to heal for now. That's what's gonna need to be the case. This is gonna do like 7,500 because it's insanity. So water break time. Oh, actually no, it's printer panel time. Because these are done. So these don't take very long. They're just small little panels here. Take off the loose filament here. Wow. Guess it'll be easier if I take off the actual panels here first. I don't know what to call them. I just call them panels. That's basically like what they are. Alright, that's probably all the 3D printing for tonight. Not like I'm gonna start another dragon right now. I mean, I guess I could. It just wouldn't finish on stream and it would be done in the morning. But yeah. There's a couple little silver panels here. So they'll kind of go on to the side of the trophy and add some additional color. A little bit less than 7.5k, but still a decent bit there. I keep wanting to use the D-pad, and it still ticks me off how I can't. Here, Bahamut. Ultimate Beam, it's not going to do as much damage as last time, though. Yep, thank you, Shield. Man, I'm getting so much mileage out of Big Guard. I would be so screwed in this playthrough if I didn't pick up Big Guard as an enemy skill at one point. I've run my chair over my headphone cable, so I need to fix that there quickly. You're just gonna keep... Well, maybe you don't really need to right now. I could probably take another hit. And here's an excuse for me to do, this thing. Because this is gonna do some pretty good damage, too. I can turn that off now. I'll 3D print another time. Yeah, that still does some pretty good damage. Definitely a lot more than, like, Shiva or anything. What you doing? What you doing? What is this? Oh, nothing too scary. I was worried when it was really focusing on him for a long time there. Do I want to do another summon? Sure. I'll do another summon. I was thinking about using an enemy skill. Like the 3 for magic that I'm forgetting the name of right now. This animation is so cool. I think this one might actually be my favorite out of the 3. Even though the firing the beam at the planet is really cool, I do really like this and just seeing like the platform that the enemy is on disintegrating away. I think that's so cool. I love that. As they fall back to the earth. Yeah, I quite like that. And then say, Ultima Beam. Here, go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this. Help top us up a little bit. We've still got to do some bit of barrier here. Oh yeah, Ramu's gonna be in the... inside the airship balloon here. Just a little bit. Just break the camera a little smidge. Get zapped by the balloon. Yeah, nowhere near as much damage as my Bahamut ones. Battle Flare. Please don't kill. I haven't healed up yet. I was hoping I would act first. Oh my god! Oh, but I learned it. Oh, he does that and then he dies. Wait, so how do I get Shadow Flare on the other enemy skill materia? Ultimate weapon. Defeat the ultimate weapon. I just got a Steam achievement. Can you only get it on one materia then? Is Cloud not gonna get any XP? Dang. Cloud's gonna be the lowest level one of my party now. Dang it. Well, he ate it. He died. Ultima weapon. He's still just chilling there? Maybe it's sort of a cutscene? What? 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 Huh, okay. There's just a big crater there now. Did he, like, explode and turn into the crater there or something or other? Is that what happened? It kind of faded through black. Here. Come here. Keep this little patch of grass in mind. I'll save again when I'm fully healed, but just to make sure this is locked in. Save. Just to make sure of that. Alright, well, I took down the ultimate weapon. Has been running away from me for forever. And I got the... what was it called? Ultima Sword or something there? Cloud? That's pretty cool. And Shadow Flare seemed like a cool skill that I imagine is probably super expensive to use. Or probably hits really hard. But yeah, I am curious, can you not, like, perfect all the enemy skill materia? Just one, maybe? I am glad that I learned it, though. Imagine going into that fight without enemy skill materia, and then you just don't get that. So, it works out well enough. Cloud has a really cool sword, and he can use Shadow Flare. Because he's just awesome like that. Okay. Alright, man. Bed for me too. Fair enough there. Talk to you later. Sounds good there, sir. And I'll appreciate you stopping by and hanging out here. Hope you have an awesome rest of the night there. I might look into doing Vincent's stuff. And then I'll probably sleep after that is what I'm probably going to do here. That was my thought process. And then the Northern Crater stuff can be next time. That makes sense to me. Down we go. Let's check out this sword. Have a good night there. I'll check it out on the world map, I think. So, oh. You can open... oh, I thought I was on the loading screen there. I was about to say you can open your menu on loading screens. What? I was, like, behind the load zone, so when I went forward, I went through the load zone. Anyway. So, apparently this is the Cloud's best sword. Ultima weapon. Okay. So, it has the same amount of slots. And big attack there. That really, really bumps it up. And the symbols look slightly different. I don't know what that means. Like, why the circle in it, it is different. But hey, Ultima Weapon is what it's called, not Ultima Sword. Okay. Yeah, it is a big increase. Decent jump over this that's just pure damage and no slots, and Ultima Weapon has all these slots. It is very nice. Also, now maybe I'll go ahead. Tifa level 50. If only Cloud could be level 50. Alas, no such luck there. Because Cloud has other cool things at his disposal, maybe I should just give Neo Bahamut to Tifa or something like that. Or Bahamut Zero. Something else cool for her to do when she has like a turn to burn. And then I can give, sure, regular Bahamut to Cloud. Something like that. Oh, I need to put on the... yeah, I don't need to combine that with anything. Do that. Do this here. Bahamut. Is there anything that I don't really need on here? All those things. Sense enemy skill. I don't have that many enemy skills, but just for the sake of leveling it up and having it out there. Poison. I definitely need the long range one. Counter attacks when damage is incurred. I mean, I can give that to anyone else here. Give you something like Chocomog, and then you have like more stuff that you can pop if you need to, or something or other. Yeah, you don't have a massive ton of slots. Cloud certainly does, though. I'm not really using things like fire. It's nice to level it up and stuff, but cover, comet magic. I like having the Ultima one. Not really using earth magic either. Here, and then counterattack. Sure, sounds good to me. Go ahead and save. Oh, I guess I should have changed my equipment first because it changed my stats. Now I'm not fully healed. Oh well. Cloud saving. There was a time where we were saving Cloud in this story. Anyway, let's see here. So, Final Fantasy VII, where to get Vincent backstory? Question marks? Google AI, which I don't ever really trust. To learn about Vincent Valentine's backstory in Final Fantasy VII, you need to visit a specific cave in Disc 2, and then return to it later in Disc 3 with Vincent in your party. I don't think I visited it in Disc 2, did I? Vincent Valentine, Final Fantasy VII Guide. This IGN thingamabob. That's just recruiting him. I don't know. I don't know here. Yeah, you can see that I watched that before. Vincent's story. I could click that and see where they go or something like that. You see that I already clicked this before. Let's see here. This two on Sid's plane. The Dirge of Cerberus. Only need to access Vincent's waterfall / cave twice, and the second visit must be Disc 3. Whether you get there on Disc 2 first or Disc 3, nothing changes. Okay. Either breed a gold chocobo or wait until you get the submarine. Well, I have the submarine. Visit the cave in Disc 2. This will give you Vincent's backstory. Returns the cave in Disc 3 of Vincent in your party to receive Vincent's ultimate weapon and limit for manual. Can't learn much about Vincent until you get the submarine. Once you do, you can access a hidden cave in the top left quadrant of the map. I believe you have to find the path, submerge under the water, follow it underwater, and then come back up. There you'll find a cave where some story will ensue if Vincent's in your party. Is there some videos that show it so I can see exactly where this is? Entire life of Vincent Valentine, Vincent's story, Vincent's backstory, Final Fantasy VII Part 31. A lot less parts than I have at this point. Rebirth walkthrough. I'm not looking for Rebirth. Let's see here. Which one do I like the thumbnail of more between these two? This one's basic and has like the, background of what's going on here. That's the way that I handle a lot of my backgrounds. This one has, the whole PNG art and stuff like that slapped on, which, shows some effort that way and stuff that's going on here, which is rather cool. But the background looks like, would it be an actual shot from somewhere in the game for that specific part, or is it just a generic Final Fantasy VII background? I'm feeling you, I don't know. With frozen colorus, oh hell yeah! Wait, you're saying it's with yourself? I thought that meant that this guy had like a guest on or something like that. Let's have a listen, frozen colorus.
And yeah, in this episode what we're gonna do is do 2 or 3 more things, and then we're gonna go talk to Bugenhagen and Cosmo.
Hold on.
I think I found what I'm supposed to look for. So this is like this little cave to like the north.
Okay, I see where that is on the map. So down this, and then stuff happens, and then you're here, and then go to waterfall. Okay, whoops, that's not what I meant to hit. Okay, I got that. Yeah, I can go there. All right, thank you, Frozen Colress. I appreciate it, friendo. Let's see here. So let's go to the submarine. I keep on forgetting the controls of this thing sometimes. So